Okay, guys, just before I get started on example 3, Jackson asked a good question. He said, is there a reason why these things seem so simple? And yeah, there is to some degree. One, we're reviewing stuff that we've already talked about. But two, we really want to take these simple things and define them precisely by giving them property names and rules so that we know how to, when we look at it, we can identify it. Because what happens is eventually we move away from these numbers and we start working with just variables, but we can generalize. We know that, hey, just because if I have negative a plus a negative b or whatever, or another negative a, I'm sorry, right? Like this, I'm not working with numbers like we did in the first problem, but the same rules apply. So what I can do is, again, I've got housekeeping here that I need to take care of. I make it negative a minus a. That means I've got two numbers. I've got negative a and negative a. And when I put those two things together, I get negative 2a. All right? So what we're doing is we're taking numbers that we're familiar with, and we're drawing on those rules, and then we're going to apply them to variables. Okay? These are, and this stuff here is familiar to you as well, but we just want to get those rules nailed down. Okay? Now, looking at this first one, in example number 3, it says negative 8 plus negative 3. What's the first thing I need to do here, Ruben? I need some housekeeping, right? Because I've got two operators right next to each other. I should point on top. I've got a plus and a negative right next to each other. So what should I write? Negative 8 and negative 3, or minus 3 if we just saw it, okay? But Will, how many numbers do I have here? What are they? Negative 8 and negative 3, exactly. And when I add 8 negatives to 3 negatives, what am I going to get, Hugh? 11 negatives, also known as negative 11. Okay? Well done. Now, again, we're looking at some housekeeping here. Kyle, take me through this one. What do we get?
Instead of 14 plus negative 5,
right.
you drop the parentheses and get rid of the plus sign. So it's 14 minus 5.
14 and a negative 5. But again, we're just using the same rules here, right? So Devin, what do we do from there? Well, I've got two numbers, right? I've got 14 positives and 5 negatives. And once I combine them and cancel out, what am I left with? 9 positives, or also known as 9. Okay? All right. Great job, guys. And I think that you're ready for your homework.